All right, so now that I've got these old wallered out holes replaced with some new oak, it's time to start working on the legs. And this one isn't in too bad of shape. It is cracked, and it's probably, you know, and the wood isn't very strong anymore. But this one's in pretty terrible shape. It's literally falling apart just sitting here. Um, and also, this one is about probably, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch. Almost, yeah, closer to half an inch shorter than this one. And if you remember, originally, that made the back corner of the box kind of tilt down. So what I'm gonna do is cut these off. This one, I'm gonna add about half an inch of pine onto the top of it, glue it on, and then put a dark stain on it so that it'll match the rest of the box. And then I'll drill holes into the center of here for a new oak dowel to fit down into. I will find, well, before I put the dowel on, I will find where these need to be located on this bottom board so that I can drill the hole for the dowel to fit into on here. And then the bottom will be completely done then, and I can start working on getting those hinges, or the board that the hinges are screwed onto, repaired, and then get the hinges in the proper position. I hope that's not a nail I'm hitting. And it is. I'm going to try to work around that and then get pliers to pull it out. It looks like it's the tip of a nail that is broke off inside there. Because this thing's been repaired a bunch of times. Badly repaired. Did I just come out? Oh yeah, the nail came out. It was not even in there all the way. It was just a little piece of the tip that was in there crooked. So when I popped this off, it came out there. So that's perfect. Now I don't have to worry about it. I don't know how that's even in there. But yeah, there it is right there. Tip of an old nail. That worked out better than expected. And I'm going to wire brush this just so that the glue will have something to stick to. I'm going to go ahead and mark out my circle so that I will be able to find the center of that circle and find where I need to drill my hole for the dowel to fit into. get much closer. It's actually a little tall, but I can plane it down. I'm going to use quite a bit of glue because there's a little bit of a hollow on this leg, and I want to make sure it's all filled in. Alright, just let that dry. Alright, and while that dries, I'm going to start working on this backboard that the hinges are attached to. If you remember, the thing that's wrong with this is that the holes for the hinges were not pre-drilled, and that caused this whole board to split all the way across, and then the hinges were moved to try and get away from that split, but then it split again when they were moved. So this board is basically useless at this point, and it's not actually able to hold the top on very well, and now the hinges are in a bad spot. And so what I'm going to do is take this board off, break that split all the way apart, glue it and clamp it back together, and then reposition the hinges, pre-drill the holes, and then put the hinges back on in the proper way, in the proper place. Alright, this is what I'm talking about here. You can see how badly split off this is. I mean, obviously the best way to handle this would be just to replace this board altogether. But in my attempt to keep it as original as possible, I am going to use this board. But this does need to come apart. Somebody nailed the split down here. Yeah, so I added a couple nails to try and get that split to stop splitting. This split actually runs under this one. So I'm gonna get this one glued up first and then split this one the rest of the way off and glue it on and then plane this down. Not a lot. I'm not gonna do it's not gonna be completely resurfaced. I just want to plane off the glue. And then I can finish working on this leg